Hello everybody, Johnny here. Let's discover the secrets of the times table. We are multiplying, and across the top, let's put our numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Along the side as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When we make our times table, let's do these things. Let's use what we know. Let's think about doubles, triples, and halves. And let's think about how small numbers can help us make big numbers. Let's start with our ones. Let's look at this column here. Let's use what we know about the ones. Ones are special because they say their name. In math, we call this identity. Special math word. Let's say 1 times 1. We're counting 1 just one time. 1's name is 1, so 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 times 2 means that we're counting 2 just one time. 1, 2 is just 2. 2's name is 2, so 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3, we're counting 3 just one time, and 3's name is 3. It's its identity, so 1 times 3 is 3. I think we see a pattern here. If I go to our chart, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. Continue the pattern. 1 times 4, 4's name is 4, so we'll put a 4 here. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 is the name of 5, its identity. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 9 is 9. And 1 times 10 is 10. Let's think about the tens now. And let's just think about this column here. And what we know about the ones will help us with the tens. We're going to use what we know again. We're thinking about tens. And tens are special because they're 10 times as much as ones. Looking at our chart, we know that 1 times 1 equals 1. What does 10 times 1 equal? 10 times 1 is 10 times as many ones. So we're going to have to think about the place value, and 1 times 1 gives us 1. So 10 times 1 equals 10. One times 2 from our chart equals 2. 10 times 2 equals, remember the place value, 10 times as much. 1 times 2 gives us 2. So 10 times 2 gives us 20. 1 times 3 from our chart gives us 3. 10 times 3, remember place value, 10 times as much, and 1 times 3 is 3. 10 times 3 is 30. Let's continue from our chart. 10 times 4 is 4 tens, or 40. 10 times 5, 5 tens, or 50. 10 times 6, 6 tens, or 60. 10 times 7, 7 tens, or 70. 10 times 8, 8 tens, or 80. 10 times 9, 9 tens, or 90. And 10 times 10, that very special number, 100. Let's think about twos now. Twos are very special. Twos are all about doubles. Twos are about doubles. Using what we know again, we know that 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 1 is asking us to have 2 ones. So 2 ones is the same as 1 plus 1, or doubling. And 1 plus 1 equals 2. So 2 times 1 equals 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 2 is asking us to double the 2, add 2 and 2 together. 2 and 2 together make 4. So 2 times 2 equals 4. 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 is asking us to add 3 to itself, doubling it. 3 and 3 make 6. So 2 times 3 gives us 6. Let's add those to our chart. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. What happens with 4? 4 and 4 more. 4 plus 4 give us 8. And with 5, 5 plus 5 gives us 10. 6 and 6 more, 12. 7 and 7, 14. 8 and 8, 16. 9 and 9, 18. And 10 and 10 give us 20. Something special to notice is that they are all even numbers. And even numbers always end with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And if we look at our numbers here, we will see 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. Let's think about the 3's now. And 3's are special because they are all about triples. 3's and triples. If we know that 1 times 1 equals 1, 3 times 1 is asking us to add the 1 3 times. And 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 more gives us 3, so 3 times 1 makes 3. We know that 1 times 2 gives us 2. 3 times 2 is asking us to add the 2 to the 2 to the 2, triple 2's. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 more makes 6, so 3 times 2 gives us 6. We know that 1 times 3 gives us 3. 3 times 3, again adding 3 times. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 gives us 9. So 3 times 3 makes 9. Here's another way to look at this. We know that 3 is the same as 1 plus 2. Let's think about our 4 right now. If we were thinking about 3 times 4, we could think about this as 1 times 4 plus 2 times 4, because 1 and 2 make 3. We know from our chart that 1 times 4 makes 4. We know that 2 times 4 makes 8. 4 plus 8 together gives us 12. So 3 times 4 makes 12. Let's try our 5's. 3 times 5 equals same as 1 times 5 plus 2 times 5. We know that 1 times 5 equals 5, and 2 times 5 makes 10. 5 plus 10 make 15. 3 times 5 makes 15. Let's do 6. 3 times 6 equals the same as 1 times 6 plus 2 times 6, because 1 and 2 make 3. 1 times 6 gives us 6, and 2 times 6 gives us 12. Together, they make 18. So 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Let's look at our table for the pattern. We can see that 4 plus 8 makes 12. 5 plus 10 makes 15. 6 plus 12 makes 18. Then 7 plus 14, when thinking about sevens, makes 21. And 8 and 16 make 24. And 9 plus 18 gives us 27. And 10 and 20 make 30. And we have our 3s. Let's think about our 4s. 4s are special because they are all about doubles and double doubles. So 4s are double doubles. We know that 1 times 1 equals 1. We know that to make 2 times 1, we have to double the 1 to 1 plus 1, which gave us 2. To do 4 times 1, we have to double it again. 4 times 1 is the same as 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, or 2 plus 2. We got so many doubles here, and 2 plus 2 equals 4. So 4 times 1 equals 4. We know that 1 times 2 equals 2. We know that 2 times 2 is the same as 2 plus 2, or 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. But if we say 4 times 2, we have to double it all. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, or 4 plus 4. And that gives us 8. So a special rule about 4s is you're always doubling 2s. Let's look at our chart. Let's start with the 3s. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 doubled is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 doubled is 16. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 doubled is 20. 2 times 6, double 6 is 12. Double that is 24. 2 times 7 is double 7, or 14. 14 doubled again is 28. 2 times 8 is double 16. Double 16 is 32. 2 times 9 is double 9. Double 9 is 18. Double 18, 18 and 18 again, is 36. 2 times 10 is double 10, or 20. Double 20, or 20 plus 20, is 40. Now that we've done our 4s, it would be smart to do our 8s. So let's look at our 8s. 8s are special because they're all about doubles, doubling, and doubling again. 8s are double, double, double. We know that 1 times 3 equals 3. We know that 2 times 3 equals 3 plus 3, or 6. We know that 4 times 3 is equal to double this, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 12. We also know now that 8 times 3 is going to be double all of this. 3 plus 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 3. Double the number of times 4 made it. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 more is 12. 12 more is 18. And 18 plus 6 gives us 24, which is double 12. Let's look at it this way. Let's put the 1s here. Then we're going to put double here. Then we're going to have double double. And then we're going to have double, double, double. If we start with 1 and we double it, we have 2. If we double that again, double, double, we have 4. And if we double, double, double it again, we have 8. And that's our first row. If we start with 2, 2 doubled is 4, 4 doubled is 8, double that again, we have 16. We can see that up here. If we take 3 and we double that, we have 6. Doubled is 12, double that is 24. We have that there. Let's continue. 4 doubled is 8, 8 doubled is 16, and 16 plus 16 is 32. And that will go here for our 4s. What about 5? 5 doubled is 10, 10 doubled again is 20, and doubled once more is 40. And 6. 6 doubled is 12. 12 doubled is 24. 24 and 24 more give us 48. And 7. 7 doubled is 14. 14 doubled is 28. 28 and 28 more, a tricky number, 56. 8 doubled is 16, 16 doubled is 32, 32 doubled is 64. 64 goes here for the 8s. And for 9, 9 doubled is 18, 18 doubled is 36, 36 doubled is 72. And 10, 10 doubled is 20, 20 doubled is 40, and 40 doubled is 80. And we have our 8s now. Let's think about our 5s now. 5s are special because they have a relationship with our 10s. And they're about halves. Let's remember 5s are half of 10. We know that 10 times 1 equals 10. What we want to know is 5 times 1 equals something, right? 5 is half of 10. So we have to ask ourselves, what's half of 10? Some number plus itself makes 10. And what number is that? The only number that works is 5 plus 5 equals 10. Half of 10 is 5. So 5 times 1 is 5. We know that 10 times 2 equals 20. What is 5 times 2? We know that 5 is half of 10. So what number plus itself makes 20? The only number that works is 10 and 10 more. So 10 is the same as 5 times 2. 5 times 2, or 5 plus 5, gives us 10. Let's think about it this way. Let's put our 10s down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. And for our 5s, we want half as much. So half of 10 is 5. Half of 20, 10 and 10. Half of 30, 15 and 15. Half of 40, 20 and 20. Half of 50, you have to add 25 to itself. Half of 60, 30. Half of 70, 35. Half of 80 is 40. Half of 90, 45. And half of 100 is 50. So if we go to our chart, 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. And 5 times 10 is 50. Do look at the patterns in the numbers. You'll see that we have 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. You'll also see that there's 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, and you expect another 5 here. Notice also that when the tens digit is even, the ending digit is 0. When the tens digit is an odd number, then it ends in a 5. Even, 0, odd, 5. Even, 0, odd, 5. Even, 0, odd, 5. Even, 0. Let's think about sixes. Sixes are special because sixes are all about doubles again. Sixes are double 3. We know that 3 times 1 equals 3 because 3 times 1 is 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. 6 times 1 will be twice as much. 6 times 1 is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. We know that these make 3, and we know these make 3. So 3 plus 3 gives us 6. We know that 3 times 2 equals 6. 2 plus 2 plus 2. We also know that 6 times 2 will be twice as much. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. These give us 6, and these give us 6, and 6 plus 6 gives us 12. Let's think about this another way. We know that 6 is the same as 1 plus 2 plus 3. And if we were to look at our 3 right now, 6 times 3 would be the same as 1 times 3 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 3. And we have all of these on our chart right now. We know 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9, and 9 more gives us 18. So 6 times 3 equals 18. Let's try another one. Let's try 6 times 4. We know 1 times 4, and we know 2 times 4, and we know 3 times 4 from our chart. And we'll add these together. 1 plus 2 plus 3 makes 6. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 times 4 is 12. 4 and 8 together make 12, and 12 more make 24. So 6 times 4 is 24. Let's use this idea of 1 and 2 and 3 to complete our chart. Looking here, let's think about 5s. 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, and 3 times 5 is 15. 5 plus 10 is 15, plus 15 more gives us 30. Let's think about 6 the same way. 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 6 is 18. 6 and 12 is 18, 18 and 18 more make 36. For 7s, 1 times 7 is 7, 2 times 7 is 14, 3 times 7 is 21, 7 and 14 make 21, and 21 more make 42. And for 8, 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24. 8 and 16 make 24, 24 and 24 more make 48. And for 9s, 1 times 9 is 9, 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 9 is 27. 9 and 18 make 27, 27 and 27 more gives us 54. And finally, 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20, 3 times 10 is 30, 10 and 20 make 30, 30 and 30 more make 60. We have just a couple more to do, difficult ones too, so we'll do the 9 next. Let's think about 9. We can think of 9s in a couple different ways. We can be subtracting from 10, or we can think about triples. We know that 10 times 1 equals 10. 9 times 1 is the same as 10 minus 1, because we have 1 fewer ones. We don't have 10 ones, we have 9 ones, so we're taking 1 away. 10 minus 1 is 9, so 9 times 1 is 9. So let's write 9 up here. We know that 10 times 2 equals 20. 9 times 2 will be about subtracting. So we'll take our 20 and we'll subtract our 2. 20 minus 2 equals 18. We know that 10 times 3 equals 30. We know that 9 times 3 is going to be the same as 30 minus 3, or 27. We can also think about 9s in terms of triples. We know that for our 4s, we know that 3 times 4 equals 12. What is 9 times 4? We know 3 times 4 is the same as 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is a triple. Now we need to triple it. For 9s, it's going to be 4 plus 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 4. Here we have a triple. Over here we have a triple. We know that 4 plus 4 plus 4 gives us 12. We know that each of these will make 12 as well. 12 and 12 and 12. We have to add these three together for the triple. 12 plus 12 plus 12 makes 36. So 9 times 4 is 36. Let's try another. Let's try our 5s. We know 3 times 5 equals 15. What is 9 times 5? We know that 3 times 5 is the same as 5 plus 5 plus 5. 9 times 5 will be triple that. 5 plus 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 5. We know that 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. So each of these will be 15 as well. And you can see our triple over here became, this is a triple, this is a triple. We have 15 and 15 and 15. And 15 plus 15 plus 15 gives us 45. So 9 times 5 equals 45. Let's use a table to see the pattern. Let's put our 3s here and our 9s here. And remember, we have to triple to get to our 9s. 3s are already triples, but triples make 9s. We know our 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. 3 tripled, 3 plus 3 plus 3, gave us 9. 6 tripled, 6 plus 6 plus 6, gave us 18. 9 tripled gave us 27. 12 tripled gave us 36. 15 tripled, 15 plus 15 plus 15 gave us 45. Now let's think about our 6s. 18 tripled is the same as 18 plus 18 plus 18. And that gives us 54. And our 7s, 21 plus 21 plus 21 gives us 63. Our 8s, 24 plus 24 plus 24 gives us 72. Our 9s, 27 plus 27 plus 27 gives us 81. And our 10s, 30 plus 30 plus 30 makes 90. And we have our 9s. Let's look at some patterns in our 9s. 9, 18, 27. See what you can see. 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, and 90. One pattern you might notice is this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pattern may not exist forever, but on our table it works great. Oh, on the other side, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Look also, 0 plus 9 equals 9. If we use our digits, the 1 and the 8, 1 plus 8 equals 9. 2 and 7 make 9. 3 and 6 make 9. 4 and 5 make 9. 5 and 4 make 9. 6 and 3 make 9. 7 and 2 make 9. 8 and 1 make 9. And 9 and 0 make 9. And you might notice that these two are the inverse of each other. And you can see how they flip each turn. 9s are very interesting. We have one more to do, the 7s. And the 7s are tricky. Our special rules don't quite work so well, but there is something we can do with these. There's something that's built into our table, and this is all about using what we know. Let's use what we have on the chart already. We know that 1 times 7 is the same as adding 7 just one time, and we know that this is 7. So what would 7 times 1 be? We know that 1 times 7 is adding 7 just once. And 7 times 1 is adding 1 7 times. 1 plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, and plus 1. And we add these together. 1 plus 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is also 7. So 1 times 7 equals 7, and 7 times 1 equals 7. They're the same. We know from our chart that 2 times 7 equals 14. So what is 7 times 2? Well, we know that 2 times 7 was 7 plus 7. We know that 7 times 2 must be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And we add these together, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. The same. 2 times 7 and 7 times 2 is 14. Let's put that on our chart. 14. So far, we've noticed that 7 times 1 is the same as 1 times 7. 7 times 2 is the same as 2 times 7. 7 times 3 must be the same as 3 times 7. 21. If we're thinking about 7 times 4, 7 times 4 must be the same as 4 times 7, which is 28. If we're thinking about 7 times 5, 7 times 5 must be the same as 5 times 7, which is 35. If we're thinking of 7 times 6, 7 times 6 must be the same as 6 times 7, which is 42. Now you'll notice something special here. We don't have anything for 7 times 7. Let's save that one for last. Let's skip and go to 7 times 8. 7 times 8 must be the same as 8 times 7, which is 56. If we're thinking about 7 times 9, 7 times 9 must be the same thing as 9 times 7, which is 63. And if we're thinking about 7 times 10, 7 times 10 must be the same as 10 times 7, which gives us 70. So the only one we have left on the entire table is 7 times 7. There are a couple different ways to think about this, but one way to think about it is that we know that 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 must be 42 and 7 more. And we can count that, and that will give us 49. A very special number. Let's clean up and look at a few more things on the times table. Some special things to remember. Remember the mirror. Special secret of the times table. Let's look at that. I'm going to draw a line to divide the table in half. And what I want you to do is look at how numbers are organized here. If I have a 10 in this corner, you'll see I have a 10 in the other corner. If you see that I have an 18 here, I have an 18 here. Everything that shows up in one side of the board shows up again. 2 times 6 is the same as 6 times 2. If I move this and I find that 4 times 7 is 28, I can also say 7 times 4 is 28. Let's look at it another way. Let's look at this going down, all the ones this way, but also across. Again, 1 times 2 is equal to 2 times 1. We can see here, they're the same. 1 times 3 is equal to 3 times 1. We can see that right here. 1 times 4 is the same as 4 times 1. Let's look across the 2's now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And if we went this way, we'll see the same thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. There's symmetry. It's like a mirror. Let's look at one very special thing about the times table. And this has to do with square numbers. And the square numbers are here. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64 to 100. These numbers are very special numbers. Let me write them down. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, and 100. And these are special because 1 is made by 1 times 1, 4, 2 times 2, 9, 3 times 3, 16, 4 times 4, 25, 5 times 5, 36, 6 times 6, 49, 7 times 7, 64, 8 times 8, 81, 9 times 9, and 100 is 10 times 10. And they are called square numbers because they make squares. This is a 1 by 1 square. A 2 by 2 square would look something like this. 2 measures on each side. And you can see that it would make how many squares on the inside. Another box, another square, might have 3 measures on each side. 3 by 3. And how many boxes are inside? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 by 3 gives us 9. And one more. If we were to make one more square, and this square would have a measure of 4 on one side and a measure of 4 on the other side. And this is 4 by 4. How many squares on the inside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And so 4 by 4 gives us 16. And that's this right here. And those are the square numbers. This has been Secrets of the Times Table. Hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot.